What's up guys, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Tomioka Giyu water breathing from the episode versus Muzan, the Hashiras versus Muzan. So, center point of my page is about here. We're going to start about the middle, and we're going to start with his eyelid line, that big demon slayer curved eyelid. Up and over like so, right? Bottom, here, and up. So you want to thicken these up a little bit, right? So the bottom one is only like slightly thicker. All right, but the top one is like much thicker. It's got like a spike at the front and then comes across. A bit thicker even. Down the back to another spike, right? You want to color it in, deep dark black. So, and sometimes in Demon Slayer they had like an extra sort of spike coming off the ends. Right, so his eyelid, usually they're not like perfect circles, right? So usually they go like angles, sort of. Like so. And we can leave this top open just for a second. And the inside of the eye is just blue, but we'll draw in a sort of a blue diamond, right? So it's like a darker blue shape in there. It's not really black, so I'm not going to color it in black. Eyebrow. So big heavy check mark will go this way. Okay, and you want to thicken up the front. Like that, so it's kind of like a tick mark, and I'll just color this black. And we'll go with the eyelid line, just here. And they give him an extra one just around the bottom there as well. Heavy frown, just going that way. And then we do the other eye. So go kind of across from the eyebrow here, quite close, right? So we're going to start there. This one goes like up vertical that way. Because it's in 3/4 pose, it's a different shaped eye on this side. And then we just bring it back, down again, into there. It's kind of, well, might have some spikes and stuff coming off it. Sorry, I left this open because I made a mistake when I started recording. Straight away, I had to erase. And I had to restart. Thank God I caught it. I hate when that happens. Anyway, sorry. The bottom of his eye here. Right, you want to like thicken up this a little bit. Right, and I'll color this black. It's nearly dry now. Okay. So the eye on this side, again, it's kind of like angled, doesn't have to be like a perfect circle, which is much easier for us. But we'll go with that blue sort of diamond shape in the middle again. Now it's just a darker blue, so you don't have to color it black. You can if you want, of course, if you're more of a manga type person. So we can see his nose then, like right in front of his like eyelid here. So it's got this sort of bumping curves, right? And then the eyebrow comes out from here. And it goes like up real sharp this way. It goes underneath his hair, so most of that will be covered. And we're just going to thicken up the front, like so. And maybe add a little more frown and stuff there. Eyelid line, can't forget that. And then those lines underneath his eyes there. So that's his eyes, basically. So his nose, so we have like the bridge of his nose, so we go like this way. And then Demon Slayer, they like to leave little gaps between these lines. So like the tip of his nose just comes down here. And they normally shadow it up a little bit on the inside curve there. And then your nostril. And then we got those hatching lines. 2, 3, 4, 5. That they do on the nose. And there's all these sort of wrinkles because he's like frowning real heavy. Because he's about to take Muzan's head off, or so he thinks. So then, side of his mouth comes down like so, disappears behind his shoulder, okay? So we're not going to draw the whole mouth, we just add like a teeth line, like a little bit there, just to show that he's super aggressive. His shoulder now comes all the way across this, so it's going to cut off like most of, I'd say like most of my page even, so it's going to go like a big shoulder line that way, okay? Crazy big, right? Because his arms coming the whole way across and then goes up to his sword on this side. And his hair comes across here. And like his back, where would his back be? So we can see like his back sort of going that way. And it'll go up underneath his hair here. We just get the side of his face in on this side. So we've got like his sort of cheek coming out here. Curves around the cheek, goes in towards his eye. And then it'll go into the corner of his eye, back out around the forehead, and sort of disappear underneath his fringe. Okay? So a real sort of intense look now on his face. So, hair spikes, right? So we'll go where? So we'll do, okay. So we'll do one coming down across his face here. Big one, right? And then we got another one here. And this one comes down and sort of touches his eye and then goes back up. To there. And then coming across his face this way, it looks like. Going back up here. And then one that cuts across this way. Back in. Keep smudging this paint. Right, so more hair spikes. So we go again. Up. There. I think it goes in behind his hand now. Hard to make out, but we'll go this way. And there's like some folds for hair spikes and texture lines and stuff on his head all here. And then the back of his head just kind of bumps that way. He's got super long hair, right? So there's more sticking out here and here. So, for example, this way. And then another one. How far out? Say here, and then back in. There's like another one here. And then it looks like there's a collar line or something in here. So, another texture line that way. And more hair over here. Did I do that right? Yes, I did. So that curves that way. And then another one up here. And then more here. And just more of these big spikes now coming down behind. The one just going behind his shoulder. Is that his face or is that hair? I think that's his face. So we got like a hair spike here, and then, so if his chin, say, imagine, yeah, I think that's his cheek, sort of, or his jaw in there. So, hair, shoulder's here somewhere. Or his back, should I say, kind of goes that way. And then the bottom of his flowing sort of jacket or something is there. Oh, I think there's another hair spike. And there's all those cubes, but we'll get like the main shapes in. So coming out from here, we got another fold on his sleeve. Right. And then the sleeve comes underneath the hair here. Comes around this way. And then we have the white. That way. So all sort of shadowed in here, so can't make it out really. But I imagine it's just like his shoulder, like his uniform. It's all just blacked out. Okay, so line there. There's all those cubes and stuff on this sleeve, on here and here, and then I think this is just the red and green sort of one. So I guess we'll do the hands, and then we'll come back and do all these cubes. Cubes are optional, obviously, but we'll give it a go. So we got his hand, right, kind of bumpy, coming out the back here. And it goes behind, so this is like his thumb, right? He'll go behind the sort of handle, and then we get like fingers. So knuckles of the fingers all here, holding the handle of his blade, right? So each of these is a knuckle, 4 of them. Right, so like goes that way. Okay, and then like the skin on the side of his hand going down there to make it look a bit more bony and knuckly, just to add these little sort of angles on the knuckles on the back of his hand, right? See, this kind of thing just makes it look more hand-like. Some extra sort of lines there. Now, hands are always tricky, so take your time, especially when he's like holding something. So like we can see the bottom of his handle here. And this goes up this way, sort of behind the hair. Or you can go in front of the hair. It's not sort of set in stone what way you could go. And so that just goes down there. So that's the handle. And then we have some more fingers coming across, so we can see like the little finger. Here seems to curve over and down that way. And then again, around there. Next finger, I think, just going up here. And then we can just see a little bit of the thumb. We're super close up on him now, so. So like the thumb is in here somewhere, so you can see like a thumbnail. And maybe we should see another finger just in there. Sorry about the noise in the background now. Maybe some knuckle lines and stuff. And then looks like the back of the hand maybe just comes down like that. And then not sure, but there's lines here. Maybe it's a sleeve or something. And then we got those diamonds that are always on sort of samurai sword type things. Little sort of texture lines coming off them now this way. So, tricky hands. So then his sleeve like comes around here. And then the other side down that way. Back here. This way. Down into there. So this is his like big long sleeve now. I think it's the red one. Red or green. So it disappears, kind of the bottom of it disappears into here. And I guess the top probably there. Hard to make out though. Okay, how's that look from up there? What do you think? Keep having to go back to this part. My first mistake today. Okay, cubes. So cubes are optional, like they're super hard. So just say it up front. We'll just do it. We'll just go start with one here, right? It's kind of like a diamond, but that's because the cube is on its side, right? So you go down, in, down. I think this line, yeah, we can see a bit of it going down there, right? Cube. Then they're interlocking, right? So all the lines for the next cube join the corners of the first cube. Right, so this one comes out here. And then we go again. Ooh, that way, yeah. It's even tricky for me, so. Is that right? Yeah, that looks okay. And this one. Go in here, down, off that way. Now, he does have water breathing covering some of this. So it kind of depends on how much you want to do of all that. So I might just add a bit at the end. There. I might do some water breathing coming across here and some coming across here. So, because that's the way it is in the picture, I think. So let's say we'll add a cube or two here. And there's all sort of ones here as well. But we'll kind of do the water breathing because it covers some of that, you know. Oh, where are those cubes? That's wrong, is it? That one looks different, but whatever. Yeah, I think, yeah, that way, that way. Boom. It's probably because the fabric is sort of blowing in the wind. Right, so some of these cubes have extra lines on them. So like little extra boxes like this. I think there's some stuff in here as well. There, question mark. Not sure about this one now. And here. Okay, that's enough for me on that. So I want to, wait, sorry, missed a bit. I want to add water breathing, right? So so you got to be brave when you're doing this, right? Because you're covering, you're going to like draw across everything you've drawn so far, right? Which can be a bit scary, but you know. So you'll draw across and you'll erase inside or like color over it. So I'm going to start with a spiky thing here. So I'll erase anything in here. And then I'm going to draw a big slash across my page here. So I'm going to go, ah, and you have to scream when you do it. Ah, ah, no, what am I doing? No. Okay, so that's all going to be blue, glowing. And then, so this is like probably the crazier one. So he has, kind of goes across. So it comes this way. So I'll go, yeah, okay. Again, let's just scream and do it. Ah. So this is all going to be water. Just going off that way, right? And then again, crazy, crazy Art.Simple. Yum. Boom. Now, I know that's hard to see because all that will be erased and then colored blue. So I'm just going to add like some more cubes just here, sort of as best I can. Fit them in as best I can anyway. They're just like interlocking diamonds. Boom. Okay, and then it's got some of this stuff. Not bad. Tomioka, Giyu, the water Hashira. Water breathing, attacking Muzan. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.